Okay, hello everybody, and thank you for watching the final project for the course Open Financial Systems of the University of Nicosia. We are Philip Sundgren, Dennis Sitso-Kwame, Gordon André Waddel, and Renke Hendriksen, and we propose a solution for inheritance of private keys. The total market capitalization of cryptocurrencies recently surpassed the 300 billions, and expectations are that this number will increase in the future. These assets are represented by secret private keys, known, ideally, only by the owner of the assets. A topical issue which is needed to help blockchain gain wider acceptance is the possibility to inherit these private keys in a trustless way. Currently, you either have to trust a friend or a family member with a copy of your private keys, or store these keys in a vault of a notary. Both possibilities give potential problems. And our solution works with the Bitcoin script language and a colored coin layer and will be accessible via our website. The backbone of our project works via the Bitcoin blockchain. We chose the blockchain since it has proven to be stable and robust over its experience. The core of the idea is that we will use colored coins to decrypt a previously distributed encrypted will. These colored coins are created by our tool and can be accessed by the descendants by publishing a transaction. This transaction gives access to the colored coins, which can be accessed by the original owner at any time, by the descendants after a certain time in the future, and by the notary after an even longer time in the future. Besides that, the descendants can only access these colored coins by a multi-signature account. In a legal document, how to divide the colored coins was made up by the original owner before his death, and both the descendants and the notary have this document. This means that all the descendants know how the coins will be distributed by the notary in the end. So, if no strange situation happens, they will spend the colored coins as prescribed in the will well before the notary can touch them. Having access to a specific colored coin means that a certain part of the will can be decrypted. For example, a car colored coin, which will decrypt the private key, which can be used to start the engine of the original owner, or a 50% Bitcoin colored coin will decrypt one out of the two multi-signature keys, which will allow the descendants to sign a transaction funneling 50% of the Bitcoins to him. Having a notary in the backstop is a well-thought choice, where we will touch upon later. But first, Philip will show creating the scheme is just a matter of minutes. Our service does the rest.
Yes, so here when you first enter our website, you can first read about our product, and here's a big green button on which you can press and then start the process of creating the will. So you click there, and then you come to an intro page, and at this stage you're able to read a bit more about the process and what information you need to prepare in order to complete the whole process. And then you click Start Process. And here on step 3, you will insert some initial information about the will. For example, how many descendants you want to include, how many assets, etc. Moreover, you'll need to insert your Bitcoin or altcoin address if you have any. And then when you're done with this, you can press Next. And now it's time to insert info about the descendants. We make example descendant B as an object, and let's call him Michael Adams. You insert his addresses, email address, together with the items you want to give to him after your death. You can choose how many percentage of your cryptocurrencies that the person should be given. So here you can see, for instance, that 50% of the Bitcoin is given to him and 50% of the Ethereum, together with also the car. And then you press next. And at this stage, you'll be able to choose a notary based on your own location. If you, for instance, live in the Netherlands, you will see if that choice is clickable. If Netherlands isn't in the list, we cannot offer a notary in that country. Only the available options will be seen in the list. And the same goes with the cities. Since Amsterdam is a big city and also the capital of the Netherlands, it will probably have a notary service and thus be available for you to choose. If you live in the Netherlands, that would say. And here also you can see info about the notary. If you click here, this window pops up to the right. And then you can see it's a certified blockchain notary who has been certified by us as a company, and also some general information about the notary himself. And also, if you have any questions, you can, on this button, call the notary, get his number, and then call him. But when you're done on this page, you can press next. Then you come to this part. And this is basically only a summary. And you can see an overview of all the details. If something is wrong, you can easily go back and change it. And here, for instance, you can see the Bitcoin addresses or the altcoin addresses of your descendants. So here on the Bitcoin addresses, this list pops up, and you can really control so they are right. And as I said before, if something is wrong, you can easily go back and change it. Now we have the descendants chosen, but you can also click here on the notary or the will, and you can see information about that as well. But if everything is in order, you can press next and proceed the process. And this is the last step, and hereby you will need to confirm the creation of the will, which after you press this button, it's not you're not able to take it back. So then the will be inserted and be there forever. So that was about the functionality and the whole process, how to create a will. And now it's time for the next part in our presentation.
All right. Currently, we have a number of institutions, will services. We have the classical notary where we contract the service of legal practitioners, which of course can be quite expensive. We also have online will services where the opportunity is given for an individual to draw up his own will without using a notary, but using a template which is provided by the company, which meets all legal requirements. We also have startups that more or less are using the blockchain technology, like the blockchain apparatus and DigiPulse. They more or less will be considered as our greatest competitors. Of course, all these institutions have their own shortcomings in the approach they use in offering such digital wills, even offer digital will at all. Now we bring on board a first-class service which combines the decentralized and trustless architecture of the blockchain, smart contract, and legal requirements. Our advantages over other competitors will include being able to provide a tamper-proof service where our will that will be generated from our system can stand the test of time in terms of the law courts. Most at times, wills get contested in court because of perceived forgery, fraud, or technical flaws. And with the blockchain technology, which provides an immutable functionality, any will that has been generated from the blockchain, you can be assured that it is tamper-proof. Also, our system will provide or use the prowess of smart contracts to implement multi-layer debt verification, where when somebody is pronounced dead, the system will find a way of actually verifying the authenticity of that information. And also, will storage is also an issue in the current environment. Most of our storages are done in a centralized way, but with the implementation of the blockchain, all our wheels are going to be decentralized, meaning that there is no single point of failure. Wherever you are in the world, you can still have access to a copy of the wheel. And this will bring a huge benefit to our consumers. The reason people prepare will is to ensure that after their death, they are executed to the letter. However, this is not so with most current systems. The core value of our services to our customer is the assurance that their last wishes would be carried out with minimal contention, if there would be any. The blockchain, like we said, provides immutable functionality, and this makes that possible. Also, we are going to provide a system, okay, whereby the execution of the will is timely and is going to be transparent. Most of the time when somebody dies, it takes a while for the lawyers to be able to contact the family and let them know that there's a will in place. But our system, our service, that the product that we are bringing out is going to make sure that this is done in a timely manner. And of course, the user doesn't need to be an IT savvy to be able to use our system. There's going to be simplicity in the system, like Philip demonstrated. So based on that, all customers will be able to buy into our system and be able to use it effectively and efficiently.
Okay, Dennis, thank you. I'll be covering the economics now. We aim to be fully financially independent after 3 years of operation. During these 3 years, we will get funding via the classical way, so to say. First, we get funding via, we call it family, friends, and full. And after the successful development of a minimum viable product, we get other funding via seed and venture capital funding. The money will come in gradually and over the years, and depending on reaching certain milestones, which can be accessed in our business plan. Our core revenue generator will be a license to design and maintain our wheel via our system. So what Philip just shows, the functionality, you have to pay us a fee in order to access this page. This will be a one-time fee. We chose this because this closely represents how you would do currently business for recording a classical wheel. We also have a design to hire more notaries, because notaries are so important for us. We will give them discounts to those people who can successfully recruit a notary in an area where no notaries are listed yet. So these people, they can recruit a notary, and based upon successful recruitment, they get a discount on actually making a will. And also the notaries have an incentive to sign up early. Since the notaries who sign up early will receive higher fees later on. This way, we expect to bootstrap our network quickly and create a network with high barriers to entry. And now I believe the legal part comes in from Gordon. We don't hear you, Gordon.
Thank you, Ricky. Sweden, Netherlands, Ghana, and Canada benefits with our system. But our ultimate vision and goal is to embrace everyone, everywhere, anywhere on the planet. Our system is constructed on the blockchain philosophy, which is borderless, stateless, and inclusive. We will develop a network of notaries in host countries, maintaining the uppermost level of customer service and visibility. We will be affiliated and registered with the International Bar Association that has over 200 members worldwide. As regulation in the blockchain space evolves, our organization would have positioned itself to be at the forefront of blockchain-based estate planning. Sweden, Netherlands, Ghana, and Canada will benefit, and so will the world. And the future looks bright.
The future indeed looks bright. We can't deny the fact that our classical notaries have done a good job so far, but the world is moving in a digital direction. And this is the opportunity to buy into this idea and come up with something real big that will change the focus of will. Thank you very much.
Thank you.